Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at the last of the 3 start decks of the new Digimon card game, and that would be Start Deck Heaven's Yellow. So, let's get right into it. And as usual, there are the rule cards and the yellow memory gauge. As usual, we start with this deck's Digitama, in this case Tokomon. This card has the ability, during your turn, once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon is destroyed by having its DP reduced to 0, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. As usual for Digitama, that's an evolution source effect, so whatever you evolve from this baby Digimon will have that skill. Next is Plotmon, which you have 4 of. There's Bakumon, which we also have 4 of. It's the most powerful of the level 3s in this deck. Next up we have this adorable Patamon. During your turn, once per turn, when your opponent's Digimon is destroyed by having its DP reduced to 0, you gain plus 1 memory. So again, we can start to see what the theme of the yellow deck is, which is reducing the DP of your opponents to gain an advantage yourself. Next is Angewomon, which is the cover card of the box, if you recall. It has an evolution source skill. When it attacks, if you have 4 or more security, you gain plus 1 memory. So if you maintain your security and make sure you keep a high amount of security, when you bring out Angewomon, you gain an advantage in memory. There's only 2 of him. Next is Tailmon, which there's 4 of. And here is Unimon, the blocker of the deck, and just like the other 2 blockers, you have to pay 2 memory in order to attack with it, but like I said before, you'll want to use this card to block your opponent's attacks, not to attack on its own. And there's 4 of them. The first rare of the deck will be Holy Angewomon. When it attacks, during this turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000 DP. So again, another card in this deck that focuses on lowering DP. There's 4 of him. Next is Angewomon. When it evolves, when your security is 3 or less, you gain recovery plus 1, which is taking the top card of your deck and putting it on top of your security. So if you're getting low on your security, bringing out Angewomon will help boost your defense. The next rare is the level 6 Holy Dramon. And just like the others, the artwork pops above the holographic border, which makes her a very nice looking card. And in terms of DP, this is the most powerful card in this deck at 12,000 DP. Just 2 of that. And next is this deck's ace card, which is Seraphimon. When it attacks during this turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP. It's a very powerful skill. When used in conjunction with all the other cards in this deck, it's very powerful because if you subtract DP from a Digimon so that it gets below 0, that Digimon is destroyed. So the yellow deck is very clever in that regard. The next card is Takaishi Takeru. During your opponent's turn, all of your security Digimon get plus 2000 DP. And when this comes out as security, like most tamers, you just play it without the cost. So it's a very powerful card for boosting the strength of your security. The next option card is Heaven's Gate. During this turn, one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP. Or, if this comes out as a security card, during this turn, all of your Digimon and security Digimon get plus 5000 DP, and then you add this card to your hand. So, this is a card that's very powerful if it comes out as security. Because then, you'll be able to use both of its effects because it's added to your hand afterwards. And there's 4 of them in this deck, so that'll be a card to keep an eye on. Next is Heaven's Charm. During this turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP, and if it comes out of security, you can just add it to your hand to use whenever you feel appropriate later on. Only 2 of that. The next option card is Holy Flame. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of their Digimon gets security attack minus 3, which means that you can use this to make sure one of your opponent's Digimon won't be able to affect your security stack. If this card comes out as security, then during this turn, all of your opponent's Digimon get security attack minus 1. So that'll stop any remaining attacks that your opponent might have on their turn. Holy Flame's a very useful card, and there's 4 of them in this deck. And now, the final card of the Heavens Yellow deck is 7 Heavens. During this turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 10,000 DP. And if it comes out of security, you activate that same effect. There's 2 of this, and it's a pretty powerful card. Like I said before, if you get your opponent's Digimon's DP to below 0, that card is destroyed. So, that is the start deck, Heaven's Yellow. And with that, we've looked at all 3 of the Digimon start decks. I also have an order placed for the booster set, New Evolution, which comes out in May, so hopefully I'll see you again for that, and we'll see what kind of cards we draw in the booster. So, see you next time.